California. The home of the Warriors, live on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Denver, filling out the wings, it's Foy and Gallinari. Kenneth Faried is out there with Wilson Chandler, and it's Mudiay in at the point guard position. The Oracle Arena was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them one off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
Screen by Bogut. Curry attacking. Can't get it to go. And Denver the other way now. Mudiay kicks to Chandler. Here's Faried. Good on the 7-footer.
Good job there, Kevin, getting himself a little space on the inside.
Denver on D. Left side Curry. And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there. Foy, the pass to Mudiay. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Pass to Faried. Near the three-point line, it's Foy, and he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Curry is inside. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Mudiay dishes to Faried. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Bogut. To the wing right side. Screen by Bogut. Outside for Curry. Another three for Golden State.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
And Foy kicks to Mudiay. Now the dish to Faried. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
You know, Kenneth Faried was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team 4 years ago. Took the league by storm with his energy and hustle. Looked like the sky was the limit for him, but every year since then, his numbers have looked very similar.
Getting back to Faried, the numbers through last season tell a very interesting story. His field goal percentage has gone down every year, while his free throw percentage has gone up every year.
Yeah, his rebounds, assists, steals, block numbers have all stayed relatively flat. You know, he's making a positive contribution, but maybe not at the level of that contract extension he signed back in 14.
So here's Gallinari following the basket by Stephen Curry. Shot clock at 5. And it's Foy missing. The Warriors leader. Outside Curry. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Goes up the baseline. It's deflected. Now Mudiay. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. He kicks it to Foy. And another miss by Denver. The Warriors have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Nobody near Barnes. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Now let's find out what head coach Mike Malone had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
One player that he's talked to his guys a lot about is Stephen Curry. He said Curry's one of the premier shooters in the game, and he's got that quick trigger. We really have to be tight to him, get physical, and try to get him on his heels as much as possible. Guys, Curry is an excellent free throw shooter. We'll see if they can do that without fouling him.
Thanks, Doris.
Good open look, and he splashes home the three.
The Nuggets trail by 6. Moutier kicks to Gallinari. Almost, but it rolls out. Golden State's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. And Thompson kicks to Curry. The 3. No luck. And it's Denver the other way.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Now here's Curry, following the miss by Kenneth Faried. Curry passes to Barnes. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now, here is Foy. Now, here's Moutier to stop the run. Here's Faried, and he uses the glass on the layup. Faried's got 7 points in the game.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Curry dishes to Bogut, and that one's good.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Steph Curry does so many things well, Clark, on the floor, but one area he had struggled with was turning the ball over.
Yeah, and after a slow start, Kevin, to the year in the turnover department, Curry was able to slowly right the ship.
Of Nurkic. He's checked in for Kenneth Faried. The Nuggets trail by 8.
And Curry and his turnovers last year, a lot of it might have been getting used to a new system. But you can see he's also tightened up his play to reduce the giveaways.
That's good.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
The Warriors have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. And it's Denver with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. And, you know, Curry knew turnovers were a problem. How about his mom even instituted a fine on him? And so anytime he has more than 3 in a game, he owes his mom $100 per turnover.
Thompson with the bucket.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Bring music, scorching those nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
And that one's good. Moutier's got 5.
The soft finger roll is just one of the many finishing moves he has in his bag of shot making.
Right side Curry. Chandler with the block.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And Foy kicks to Moutier. He feeds it to Nurkic. Green with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. And the Warriors with some changes. Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. The Nuggets also changing it up. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Chandler. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Moutier. And Denver has possession. 6-point game. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Gallinari. And another miss by Denver. Golden State's gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
The Nuggets trail by 8. Hickson a screen. Nelson kicks to Hickson. And that one's good.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
And so it's Golden State with it. Here is Livingston. Spates sets a screen. Thompson for the triple. Gallinari with the rebound.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
He goes up again, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
That free throw good from Hickson. And just as J.J. Hickson seemed to be finding some rhythm in his career, Clark, last season happened. His production dropped like a rock.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, after 2 straight years where he was starting, last season he was asked to come off the bench. And for J.J. Hickson, that just did not seem to be a good fit.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Green. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Klay Thompson. And Hickson drops them both.
And getting back to J.J. Hickson, he's forever had the size and strength to get it done. His problems have always been that lack of discipline and an unrefined set of tools. I mean, unfortunately, last season highlighted those flaws.
And they'll keep possession. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Barbosa. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials on the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Talking about Hickson, every time you count him out, he surprises you with a streak of inspired play. Then every time you count him back in, he puts up a dud. Hard guy to figure out right now.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. The Nuggets missed the postseason again last year. Never really had a good look at it and just fell in back of the pack.
And it's the second straight year of not playing playoff basketball in Denver. This coming on the heels of 10 straight bursts between 04 and 13. Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Livingston passes to Ezeli. A.J. Hickson pulls it in.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
And, you know, for Denver, historically, they've enjoyed a lot of success for a long time. I mean, missing the playoffs consecutively might have been the wake-up call they needed to try something different going forward.
Now, here's Gallinari. A rebound by Iguodala.
We've got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Yeah, it's a game of inches, and every play counts.
Livingston, that's good.
And listen, it's sometimes really hard for teams like the Nuggets to know when to rebuild. So while they weren't quite sure what they had coming into last season, by the end of it, they had a clear idea of what direction they needed to head into for the future.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Nelson outside. Hickson a screen. Feeds to Barton for 3. Offensive rebound. And it's sent back by Spates. Iguodala against Gallinari. Fires from 18. The shot is off. And Denver the other way now. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
It's rebounded by Livingston.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And Leandro Barbosa, the bucket on the assist by Livingston. And it's an 11-point Warrior lead. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. A floater. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Nuggets shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
2 shots.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. Warriors leading by 10. There's the screen. Here's Spates. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
Greg, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
Golden State's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. So on the floor for Denver. Goudier out there at 4. Then there's Kenneth Faried. Then it's Wilson Chandler. And it's Hickson in at the 4 spot.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
First free throw is good. Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
He hits both from the stripe. Tanking is something that all teams that are out of it tend to do. I hate that word, Clark, but it seems to be the one used by a lot. Nuggets didn't really try to hide it last season either.
Well, you know, it certainly looked that way. Right around March, they just started sitting key players for no real reason. They framed it as rest, but it didn't quite look that way. You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Now, here is Foy. Clock at 4. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Here's Moutier. And it's Spates with the rebound.
And guys, for the Nuggets, it seemed to come out of the blue for their players. They all felt fresh, but the press release would say they needed rest. So obviously a bit of miscommunication there.
Now here's Moutier after the miss from Klay Thompson. And here is Chandler. Faried right side. Screen by Faried. Shot from free throw range. Moutier with the basket. Moutier's got 7 points.
And, you know, back to the Nuggets and giving up a bit near the end of the season, miscommunications like that can really bother a player. Still, it's a viable strategy. I don't know if it's viable, but it's a strategy that could pay dividends if executed the right way.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Takes the 13-footer, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. And the basket good. 9 points for Kenneth Faried.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Curry dishes to Thompson. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Hickson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Moutier with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Screen by Faried. Here's Moutier. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Moutier's got 4 points this quarter.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Green kicks to Barnes. Drains the three-pointer. Barnes has got 11 points.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that three, or you'll give up points in a hurry.
What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
Andrew Bogut checked in for Maurice Spates.
Andrew Bogut.
The Nuggets trail by 16.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
The three from Barnes. The rebound by Wilson Chandler. Chandler's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Hickson with the bucket.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've got in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Now here's Thompson, screened by Bogut. The drive by Thompson. And here's Barnes for 3, and that one's good. Barnes has got 14.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever, but also of note was it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
Now here's Curry, following the miss by Emmanuel Mudiay. Green, the screen. Barnes passes to Thompson. Another 3 for Golden State.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Now here's Hickson. 6 points for him. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Well, that's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position.
Curry dishes to Green. Back to Curry. And Faried sends it back. And Foy kicks to Chandler. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They have got to figure it out.
You know, when I think of Wilson Chandler, what comes to mind is supreme athleticism. He can throw it down with the best of them, and yet he's still working on the other areas of his game to be more well-rounded.
You know, back to Wilson Chandler, he's somewhat of a wild card. One of the few guys to go overseas. Remember, Greg, during that NBA lockout in 2011, he signed to play for China. and didn't negotiate an out clause when he signed.
Yeah, and truth is, Chandler's one of those guys who can give you some solid minutes, but you hope at some point that he gets serious and commits to reaching his full potential.
The Nuggets trail by 19. Fareed, a screen on Curry. Moutier passes to Fareed. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Fareed's got 4 points this quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now here's Green. 8 points for him. Moutier with the ball. On the wing, Chandler. And it's good. Chandler's got 7.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now here's Barnes. 14 points for him. And that one's good. That's now 8 points for Klay Thompson.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man, and just he has an air about him.
Let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Mike Malone gave to his team during that last break. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Fareed. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. And Harrison Barnes at times has been criticized in the past for not being more Clark assertive on the court.
Well, you know, it's interesting. He had to weather the pressure of expectations since high school. I mean, people were comparing him to Kobe Bryant back then, but HB can't get caught up in that. He's got to be true to himself. You know what I tell guys? Do you.
Yeah.
Do you.
Here is Livingston. Denver getting their last shot to go. Green kicks to Iguodala. Passes it to Livingston. Clock at 6. Here's Green. No good. In and out. Off the rim.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill. Didn't give him a chance.
Now, Moutier. 9 points in the game so far. Now here's Thompson. At the top of the key, Livingston. To the middle. And Green with the basket on the assist by Livingston. Livingston's got his 4th assist in this one. The Nuggets trail by 19. Dishes it to Gallinari. Fareed, a screen on Iguodala. Unloads from 9. It's rebounded by Livingston.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Iguodala outside from 13, and he overshot that one, missing.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Ezeli's checked in for Golden State. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And a switcher also for Denver. Nelson's checked in. They set the pick. Here's Livingston. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now, here is Gallinari. And the rejection by Ezeli. Nurkic. Nice D from Bogut.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Screen by Nurkic. Nelson kicks to Nurkic. Warriors with the rebound. Bogut's got his 5th rebound in this one. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
A nice shot by Gallinari. Here is Livingston. Kicks it to Iguodala. 11 feet away. And it's Denver with the rebound. Here's Fareed. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spates is checked in. The Nuggets have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
And, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Now here is Barbosa. He has 7. Now the pass to Ezeli. Plays it up and banks it in.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Here's Nelson. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Nurkic, and it's sent back by Spates.
Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column.
Livingston kicks to Barbosa. He dishes it to Spates. Nurkic with the block. Pass to Barton. Back to Gallinari. Denver passing it around. 46 seconds left in the first half.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Really was a slow start for Gallinari last season. Took him a while to get back to speed after missing all of the 2013-14 season with that torn ACL.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Gallinari.
Hitting your free throws is a good way to get back into it. It stops the clock and extends the game. I mean, you want to take advantage of that situation. And they're shooting much better from the line here in the second quarter. So far, they haven't missed one.
Gallinari hits them both.
Looking at the game Gallinari has been having, he has 8 points, and they've got to be happy with his work on the glass, too.
They really do. He is not giving up any ground in the paint, and when the ball goes up, you know he's going to be there to fight for it.
Livingston kicks to Barbosa. Shoots from the line. Got a hand on it. Here's Barton. Gallinari up top. Screen by Nurkic. For 3, Nelson. And he gets it to go. Nelson's got his first 3 points of the game.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair.
Well, Jameer, what?
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports half. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They are way out in front, leading by 17. And we'll go to Kenny first. What'd you see out there?
They have run their offense straight out of a coach's textbook tonight. Both ball and player movement have been excellent. And the result of all that movement, almost.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
You know, Barnes is playing well. He has 14 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the 5 down low. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good.
Warriors leading by 17. Outside Curry. There's the feed to Barnes. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 16 points for Barnes.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Moutier, no good. The Warriors shooting indicative of smooth offensive play, up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And the three ball is good. Thompson's got 11 points.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Fareed, a screen on Curry. Here's Moutier. Green with the block. Now the Warriors moving it up. Curry's got the ball, and he gets it to go. And that's now 18 points for Barnes.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
And Voigt kicks to Gallinari. Looking to end the run. No good off the front iron.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA. None brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
What I like, though, about Stephen Curry also is his demeanor, Clark. He cheers on his teammates, keeps his head up through adversity. He does it all.
Yeah, he's pretty much unflappable. He's level-headed, and he puts his teammates first. That's what makes him a championship-caliber superstar. Now, here's Moutier. 11 points in the game. Screen by Fareed. Chandler kicks to Moutier. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul.
Harrison Barnes.
That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Denver.
You know what? I think he had to call timeout right now just to get his guys to regroup because they were really ragged out there.
Yeah, they've got to get some things straightened out, and sometimes the best way to do that is with the timeout. They look to be overwhelmed right now.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. A nice shot by Gallinari.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to Thompson. Green with a screen for Thompson. Clock at 6. To the inside. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run. And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
Now, here is Gallinari. 11 points in the game. And stolen by Barnes. Puts it up from 12. Again, Golden State.
It's amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect in this half.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Moutier dishes to Gallinari. Fires from 18. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Thompson inside the line, but they get it back. And it's off the back rim, no good. Out to the right wing. Gallinari wide open with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. Gallinari's got 13.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
It's Curry with the drive, and it's Denver with the rebound. Hickson's got his 5th rebound in this one. And here's Moutier. Hickson a screen. Moutier passes to Foy. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hickson kicks to Moutier. From downtown, another 3 for Denver.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Yeah, it took them a while, but now they're starting to get into a flow from outside. And boy, is that time.
Curry's shot is off.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Here's Thompson. Plays it in off the breakaway. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Curry dishes to Thompson. Back to Curry. Got it. Good job in the low post. Curry's got 16 points.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Moutier kicks to Chandler. The dish to Moutier. He kicks it to Hickson. And it's sent back by Bogut. Now here's Barnes. D right on him. And the basket by Curry.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Barnes against Gallinari. It's stolen by Bogut. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here.
Denver foul call. Danilo Gallinari. His second personal, 13.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in. The Warriors have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
With one.
Thompson no good on the free throw. And guys, last season, Klay Thompson made his first All-Star trip overall. Clark, his game took a huge leap forward.
Hey, I agree with you, Kevin. And a big reason for that, I think, was his spot on Team USA. Playing the way he did and with that group really lifted his confidence.
Excellent point. Inside, here's Bogut. Can't hit. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Foy, the pass to Chandler. Moutier with the ball. Curry meets him, and he gets it to go. 16 points for Emmanuel Moutier.
And Thompson last season set the record for most points ever in a quarter with 37. Made all 13 shots and 2 free throws and finished the game with 52 points. Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Denver's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Now, here is Foy, covered by Barnes, and that one's good.
And Thompson making all 9 of his three-pointers in that game. I mean, that was also a record, the most three-pointers in a quarter. I think that performance sealed his place among the All-Star reserves.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Now, here's Moutier. 16 points for him. Outside Curry. Floats one up. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole.
Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Festus Ezeli comes in for Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson. The Nuggets also changing it up. Barton comes in for J.J. Hickson. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Moutier. Now, here is Nelson. On the wing, Chandler. 6 on the shot clock. Ball stolen. Curry against Nelson. Curry dishes to Ezeli. At the elbow, it's Iguodala. Shot clock at 6. Here's Spates. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Barbosa kicks to Curry. There's a screen. Off the pick. Denver grabs the miss. Nurkic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Chandler a screen. Nelson, the pass to Chandler. Good, and a nice assist from Nelson. Nelson's got 4 assists in the game.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Here's Curry. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Curry's got 23 points.
His switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Nurkic, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Jameer Nelson.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Curry against Nelson. Chandler with the steal. Here's Barton. He dishes it to Nurkic. Chandler with a screen for Nelson. Here's Foy. And too long on the shot. Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Greg enjoys that too.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Barbosa's shot is off. Denver's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Chandler. The rebound by Ezeli. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Count that one.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Left side, Chandler. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for the Warriors. And Denver also making a switch. Kenneth Faried's checked in for Randy Foy. The Nuggets have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. Golden State's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Livingston kicks to Ezeli, stolen by Faried. Chandler outside. Screen by Nurkic. Nelson dishes to Nurkic and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his third personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And you know, that's not the kind of percentage any player wants to see next to his name at the end of the season.
And so he makes both from the line. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Nurkic with the steal. Barton. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Warriors on top, running away with it. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter.
Every dime is a flake.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything.
These players can't hold us. It's the winner's race. Eating with Kenny, ace at the table, no dinner plates. We the best, get it straight. What's the problem?
Denver's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. So out there for the Nuggets right now. Bill Barton is out there with Laverne. Then there's Harris. Then it's Jameer Nelson. And it's Faried in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Rush. Barbosa gets the bucket. Barbosa's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Warriors. Barbosa's gone 4 of 6 from the floor here tonight. Screen by Faried. Here's Barton. Down low. Barbosa with it. Shot from 12. Nelson with the rebound. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one is on Rush.
His first personal foul.
You know, the Nuggets could create their offense, but they still would have trouble knocking down the shots. Just didn't have a lot of dead-eye laser shooters. Every field goal attempt with them was an adventure.
Nuggets did have their problems on the offensive end, too, something that's rare for them, hitting the open shot, the mid-range shot, and beyond being one of them.
You know, Kevin, how about being last in the league in catch-and-shoot field goal percentage? I mean, got a good amount of looks that way, but really struggled shooting only 34% in those situations.
McAdoo is checked in for Maurice Spates. And Harris drops them both. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. 5 to shoot with the floater, and that's 2 points on the layup.
You know, the teardrop sometimes is one of those, oh no, oh yeah shots.
Nelson kicks to Laverne. Back to Nelson. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
Denver with the ball after the Warriors pick up 3. Barton passes to Jokic. That's good.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Livingston kicks to Ezeli. He feeds it to Rush. Here's Ezeli. A floater, and they're able to recover. Stripped away. And here comes the break. Here's Barton. Hammers it down off the coast-to-coast break.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost plus 15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted. But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
Good, and a nice assist from Nelson.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Livingston kicks to McAdoo. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Barbosa against Harris. The shot. And the Warriors miss again.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Rush grabs the miss.
Yeah, credit the D there. Got his hands up and made sure he wasn't comfortable on the release.
Sure did. Stayed real snug on him and didn't allow him the space he needed to get a good shot off.
Here is Livingston. There's a good screen. Leandro Barbosa on the wing. And it's Barbosa again missing. Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Nelson outside. The fader. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top. Just not happy with how his team is playing, and they just have been on the wrong side of this run.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? Sometimes just a pause in the action, which is what a timeout can give you, is enough to change things around.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Here's Curry. Feeds it to Green. And Thompson kicks to Green. It's Curry outside, and the shot is good. Curry's got 17 now just in the second half.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Out to the right wing. Here's Barnes. Rebounded by Fareed. Fareed's got 6 rebounds in the game. Gallinari dishes to Moutier. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Golden State's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Gallinari against Barnes. Thompson from long range. And another 3 for Golden State.
What a final quarter these guys are having from downtown, just burying the threes in bunches.
And they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason not to. I mean, work that perimeter. It's going good for you. Work it until it stops. And, you know, guys, a high-energy post player like Kenneth Faried excels at doing the dirty work. As a matter of fact, he's nicknamed the Manimal for good reason. Very few players in the league possess this combination of energy and aggressiveness.
Talking about Fareed, a rebounder extraordinaire. His explosiveness, long arms, and huge hands help him compensate for his relative lack of size.
And he has that exceptional shot blocker instincts. I mean, the timing's there. He'll also steal the ball from you. The question now becomes, will he always be that role, effort, energy player, or will he develop eventually the offensive skills needed to see him reach the next level?
Just absolute domination in this one for Fareed. He has 15 points, and he's blocked a shot today as well.
And he's clearly showing off his smarts in a few ways today. That block just being one of them. Just a savvy basketball player.
They get it back. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It goes on Kenneth Faried.
And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. Greg, one of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
Now here's Fareed. There's the screen. Out left to the wing. Here's Moutier. Out to Gallinari. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times. Here's Curry. Pass to Green. Here's the 3. No good. And the Nuggets going the other way. Now Moutier. Screen by Fareed. Moutier kicks to Foy. Dishes to Gallinari. 6 to shoot. Shot from 12. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Thompson misses. The Nuggets have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the 4th quarter. Gallinari passes to Moutier. Screen by Fareed. Back to Gallinari. Here's Fareed. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Golden State's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. Thompson with the bucket.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Moutier with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Now here's Moutier. To the middle. Here's Hickson. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Denver with a tough year last season. A lot of losses for them on the road as They would go, what, Clark, only 11-30 away from the Mile High City.
Yeah, and Kevin, they ended the season on a 5-game road losing streak as well. I mean, they had mostly given up at that point as they had tried to develop young players, and it just kind of blew up on them down the stretch.
He's off on the first.
A big problem for the Nuggets last year is that they just couldn't hit shots away from home. I mean, they finished in the bottom 5 in terms of field goal percentage on the road.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Speights checked in for Bogut. Ezeli comes in for Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him. Hey, I've got one more note on the Nuggets and the road. I mean, when you shoot as poorly as they did, as you mentioned, you start to lose some confidence and second-guess things. It's a lot harder to fight through shooting slumps like that in somebody else's building, no doubt. Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Livingston kicks to Ezeli. They set the pick, and Randy Foye gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Speights. Draymond Green comes in for Festus Ezeli. Thompson, he's checked in for Barnes. And it's Stephen Curry in for Sean Livingston. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Denver. Now here's Curry. Here's the teardrop. That's good. Curry's got 31.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Out to the wing. Gallinari against Iguodala. Here's the floater. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
Gallinari hits them both. Golden State's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Livingston kicks to Speights. Iguodala outside. It's Leandro Barbosa on the wing. Shot clock at 6. The tray, and good on the basket. Booking. Barbosa's got a couple of 3-pointers now in the fourth for the Warriors. For Denver, they've gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Nelson kicks to Chandler. And a miss there on the triple. Golden State's gotten 8 shots off from 3-point land and hit half of them. The pass to Barbosa. And it's Barbosa, again missing.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look he wanted.
Chandler with the screen on Barbosa. Gallinari against Barbosa.
2 minutes left.
Chandler outside. 3-pointer. Warriors with the rebound. Iguodala's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Barbosa kicks to Ezeli. Nelson against Barbosa. High arcing shot, no good. Some solid defense from Fareed, and he gets the bucket.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capabilities.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Stephen Curry. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
There's a good screen. Kicks it to Barbosa. Spates sets a screen. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Livingston, no luck. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Fareed, a screen on Iguodala. Chandler outside, looking to end the drought, and the shot is good.
3 points. Wilson Chandler.
They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Here is Livingston. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I'm here with Andre Iguodala. And Andre, what was the secret to seeing such a great output offensively?
Well, we know our defense is our catalyst to everything for our team. So as long as we play defense, get stops, rebounding was most important tonight. You know, they're one of the best rebounding teams in the league. We were able to do that and get out on the break.
Andre, thank you so much. Kevin, no surprise, one of the best defenders, always thinking about things on that end.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin, and now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. He came out of the locker room at halftime and was immediately on fire. That third quarter was his, and he did not hesitate to exert his will.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. Is hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can...
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight, but we're just